Yeah. Cold shit. I ain't come with goons, but I'm well connected. Walk in the room is pop, 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 like you got rejected. Let me see if you qualify or not. Spinning up in a tinted truck, riding around your block. Busy man. I get a word, he ain't this shit from top to bottom like a motherfucking ceiling fan. Hopping out the rental van, on my way to LA. Brothers out in Cali and they killers out of every set. But I ain't crippin' on no blood. One West, all my niggas got the mud. Put your face on a t-shirt, memory of niggas acting tough in them songs, that's with the drugs. I don't need no cases, all my pistols clean. So now I weigh my options, used to use the triple beam. Used to get the wop, mix it with the nicotine. Now I travel state to state and put on for my team.
The fuck wrong with them? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get them. I see niggas and they feelings all feel. Keep the Glockin' with me, it was like a ball with it. Me at the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? I'm one West, go to war with everybody. Cut the grass for the snakes, fuck the gossip. Front line with them soldiers, that's my posture. Gun drawn, trying to curse the imposter. Shit get out the pocket, go to war with everybody, yeah. Shit that hate, make it to the featherweights. Niggas say they hard, but they sweeter than a dedication. Hold on, think it's time to introduce. I'm a man and a beast and a step and a roller. Hold on, and a G and a soldier and a mover. Hold on, and a killer and a prophet and a shooter, nigga. Trying to stay humble, my shit crazy. Cold leader, need the blue stripes, no brick, baby. Can't be serious, you a funny boy, young fly. Look wrong, must be a dummy, I ain't gun shy. Fuck that little bitch, she a hook. Nigga swear he the go, bring him to the bush, The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. Niggas in their feelings, I don't feel them. Keep the Glockin' with me, it was like a ball with it. Be at the end, gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? I'm one West, go to war with everybody.
Yeah. I'm from Philly, it get hot, you catch a cold case. I'm one West, these brothers trying to set my soul straight. They done turned me to a prophet from a demon, and I'm locked in this shit and I ain't leaving. Never. Ski mask transform to war mode like I'm Voltron. Stamp on my head and my chest from the most high. Put something tight around your neck like a bow tie. Got my niggas waiting charged up like they phone got.
Red letter, drip clean, it looks so fly. Claim he riding, that's why I left his ass roadside. He gon' die, skyscraper to a nosedive. 9mm plus P, fuck a 4-5. The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. I see niggas and they feelings all feel them. Keep the Glockin' with me, it was like a ball with it. Be at the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? I'm one West, go to war with everybody.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So that you said that they put millions of my houses. Should a murderer go to jail? Murderer. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did?
That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, save facility, hating, disfigure me. The claim that I'm lazy be killing me, maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog. Payback is a
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slump. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Von Dale. The bitch in the dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold. I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. That was designed fire for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog. Payback is a
All right, Shalom Israel. This is the ISUPK Star out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. This is Thursday night scripture breakdown class. Before I get started, do anybody got any questions? Everybody to us? No question?
Question, sir.
Go ahead.
The scripture, it's on my shirt, but I've been thinking about it all day, and I was hoping that you could guide me to it.
What does it
The
say?
scripture of one body.
Ephesians 4:4.
Yes, kind of, sir. Hoping that you could kind of like walk me through it.
Oh, okay. Let's break down Ephesians 4:4. Can I pull it for her? Oh, no. Young man, pull Ephesians 4:4. We need to get you a Bible, bro. Here, use this one. Use mine. I don't know why I leave it up here. And bro. Yeah, Ephesians 4:4. You know where it's at? It's all the way towards the back. It's one of them small books that Paul wrote. It's you got Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts, Roman, 1st and 2nd Corinthians, Galatians, then Ephesians. But we're gonna start at verse. We can just read 4:4. No, we can read verse 1. Start at verse 1. Ephesians 4:1. You just want to break down it? You got any questions about it specifically?
Yeah, I guess it's in totality. I guess it's just kind of been a while, so I just kind of wanted like a breakdown again of
Okay.
like what it, like
What it means. I got you. So whenever the brother get there, we'll get to it. Shameless plug while we waiting though. It's the all black Slocky, the blackout Nashville cookout. Give that a hand. July 4th. If you ain't at the blackout cookout on 4th of July in Nashville at Hadley Park, I assume that you out here in red, white, and blue and you celebrating America's birthday. If you're not there with your brothers and sisters, then that's what I believe that you're doing. Good.
And you blow rock.
And you blowing and you blowing rock. You gotta be. You blowing America's rock because you ain't with your brothers and sisters in all black or black themed. Right? Think about that though. We about to do a blackout cookout, wearing black, all black, at a black park at a HBCU in Nashville on 4th of July. It's gonna be heavy. It's gonna be glorious. And we got the whole park. We're working on having the whole park. It's glorious. Mm-hmm. You right? You got it? Good.
Ephesians 4, the chapter 4, verse 4.
I'm gonna start at verse 1.
Come. I therefore, the prisoner of the Lord.
You know what it, real quick, y'all know what it means to be the prisoner of the Lord, right? What do you think it means? Take a guess. To be prisoner of the Lord. He's calling himself the prisoner of the Lord.
One that is submitting himself to the laws, statutes, and commandments.
Yeah, in a nutshell, kind of. Go ahead.
Beseech you that ye walk worthy of the vocation wherewith ye are called.
Meaning, making sure he's beseeching us, telling us that we need to make sure that we make ourselves worthy of the job the Lord called us to do. If the Lord plucked you up out the world and brought you into the truth, you need to be worthy of that honor, that glory. You know what I'm saying? This is your chance to attain glory for the Most High. You need to be worthy of the chance to do that. Keep reading.
Verse 2. With all lowliness and meekness.
This is how you become worthy of the opportunity to do that. Go ahead.
With long suffering, forbearing one another in love.
Forbearing one another in love. That means when my brother or my sister do something wrong towards me, I owe them the responsibility to be able to make it right. I can't just be mad at you and hold a grudge at you and just be angry at you and then never deal with you no more. I at least got to give you the chance, or never come near you no more, I should say. I at least got to give you the chance to come to me and apologize. And I have to be open and willing to hear your apology. Or I need to see where I could be wrong and then go and apologize for where I could be wrong. Because you might want to come and apologize to me, but you don't think that I'm going to hear your apology. When in reality, I'm seeing on my end that, damn, I really messed up. I need to go talk to this brother. I need to go talk to this sister. So I need to come and talk to you, and I come and talk to you, and you never know. That might give you the floor, the courage to come and tell me, well, I didn't like that you did this. I forgive you what you did, but you did this to me, though. And all right, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You did this to me. And I would hope that you could apologize to me for what you did. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Verse 3. Endeavoring to keep the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace.
You see, that's the whole point, is to keep the unity of the spirit of the bond of peace. You know what I'm saying? To stay bound together. We're supposed to think, if I hurt, you hurt. If I'm suffering, you suffering, and vice versa. That's the bond of peace. We want to have the peace together, but before we can have the peace, we have to deal with each other's issues so that we can have the peace together. We have to deal with the problems together, go through the fire together, so that when we get time for the peace, we can have that together. But we can't have that if I'm living good and you suffering, or you living good and I'm suffering by myself. You don't care. You know what I'm saying? We have to care one for another. Keep going.
The 7 ones. Verse 4. There is one body.
Wait, what'd you just say? What?
It says the 7 ones.
At the end of verse 3?
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm gonna have to look at that, but keep going.
Verse 4. There is one body.
There's
one spirit.
There's one body and one spirit. Keep going.
Even as ye are called in one hope of your calling.
We're all called in the same hope of our calling. The reason why we are all called is to serve the Most High. But the hope that we have, what is the hope that we have in doing this work? What are we hoping for? Yes.
The hope is that we all come together
And
and do what the Most High wants us to do.
and that's what the job is. But what is the hope? What is the hope of our calling? What is the thing that we know that we're called to do that, but what are we hoping that we get at the end of it?
That we hope that we come back together and that the Most High will see us and bring us out of here,
And give us,
back our land, back our heritage, back.
it's one word, king, to give us the kingdom. That's our hope. We're all doing this work with the same body. We have together, we are all one body. That's the body of Christ, right? We all have the same one spirit, the spirit of the Most High, meaning that we're going to do the work of the Lord. The work that we have, the love that we have for one another is um, impartial towards one another. That's the spirit of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? We all got the same spirit. We're supposed to have the same spirit where if one of us suffering, that means we're all suffering. We have to fix that person's suffering so that we ain't none of us suffering because we all, again, one body, right? And it says, even as you're called in one hope of your calling, because we're all called to do the same job, whether it be different aspects, the whole job is the same. We're supposed to be fixing our people, like you said, bringing our people back together with the hope that at the end of it, we're going to get the kingdom. That's the thing that we're hoping for. That's why we're doing this. You know what I'm saying? Outside of the scriptures, there's nothing else in the earth that says that at the end of doing all this humanitarian work and trying to fix our people, that there's a reward at the end of it. That's our hope, is that there was a reward at the end of it. Give me what is that? Romans 10:1. My heart's prayer and desire. Go ahead.
The book of Romans, chapter 10 and verse 1. Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to God for Israel
So this is Paul's hope. Keep going.
is that they might be saved.
That's what we want for our people. Like you said, the Lord pulling us out of here. Ultimately, you was right in everything that you said, but the end goal of what we're hoping for is the kingdom. But us getting the kingdom is us being pulled up out of here. You know what I'm saying? So all of our hope is supposed to be the same. We know that we ain't gonna be able to fix all these people out here. Them niggas don't give a damn about nothing we talking about. They want to get high, they want to get drunk, they want to have fun and freak on each other and carrying on. You know what I'm saying? But they don't care about what it is that we doing in here. They don't care that we care about them. We supposed to care about them regardless because they are brothers and sisters. That's the same spirit that we all supposed to have for each other as well. You know what I'm saying? So that one hope and that one call and that one spirit is all encompassed in the desire that, I mean, not the desire, it's like it's all encompassed in the one hope that we all gonna get the kingdom. We want all of us to be able to go to the kingdom. Some of us won't make it into the kingdom. Some of us gonna be unalive, but it's our heart, spirit, and desire that if we do well enough, that all of us will get to go to the kingdom. You see what I'm saying? You can keep reading. Read the next verse, verse 6.
Oh,
Yo, man.
sorry, I went to Romans.
Can teach you something. So whenever you leave from the verses that we at, hold it. That way you don't gotta do this.
Concert.
It's just learning. It's gonna do you some good this Saturday though, to know that for sure. That's all out where you at.
All right, so this is verse 5.
No, call it out.
Ephesians chapter 4, verse 5.
Mhm.
One Lord, one faith, one baptism.
We got one Lord, Christ, one faith, our belief in the Most High, and our faith is in us, our servitude to the law, our submission to the law, as well as our belief that if we obey it and believe in Christ's sacrifice, that we are now starting over on a clean slate with the Most High. And one baptism. That baptism is us all being tried by the fire of this affliction that's here, that we're dealing with right now. This is our baptism. You suffered out there in the world, dealt with bullshit, came into the truth, suffered some more, and deal with some more bullshit, and you still in the truth. You still serve the Most High. That's the baptism right there. Keep going.
Verse 6. One God and Father of all, who is above all and through all and in you all.
Now that verse is very, very important because that goes back to what I was talking about earlier. They don't give a damn about what we're talking about in here, but they're part of the all as well. Not just us in here in the truth. Our brothers and sisters out there that's in the truth, that's not in the truth. They're part of the all as well. You see what I'm saying? So that's your question, though, sis. You 12.
So my part, so what I want to also ask you is the ramification. Let me use another word.
I think ramification is a good word to use. Go ahead.
I think because when it comes down to one body, and it says, because I always like to start at one when it comes to the long suffering and forbearing one another in love.
Mm-hmm.
That's what creates a one body, right?
Of course. That's why I say your suffering is my suffering and vice versa.
Right.
That's what makes us one. Our pain and our affliction in captivity, knowing that we still, at the end of the day, all we really have is each other outside of the Most High. Physically, though, all we have is each other to comfort each other through loss, grief, suffering, pain. That's what that love is what makes us one body.
So I guess my question is what I'm trying to ask is what is it, or are there things that may happen in situations that may cut off
Members of the body outside of
yeah, the long suffering, the love.
Oh, so you asking when the long suffering ends?
Like,
Give me that what Christ said. How many times you forgive your brother? But go ahead, continue.
go ahead. Because I know Christ said you forgive your brother 70 times 7.
Mm-hmm.
So that means you continue to forgive your brother.
All right, but so let's say the young man is new, right? He's new here. He's
Absolutely.
never been here before. And we let him in here one day and we turn our backs, or he goes to the bathroom over there. And while we over here, he in there rummaging through everybody's stuff, throwing in his car. So at the end of class, we salute the brother out and everything, and he leave. I'm using you for an example, Slocky. Not saying that you would do this. Globally, you won't. But let's say he does that, right? And then he gets found out about. And then he comes clean, he apologizes, whatever, he gives us all of our stuff back. And then does it again. He gets up and goes to the bathroom, and he gone for a long time. And we know that last time he did that, all of our stuff come up missing, and it was all rummaged through. And he had it. Off rip. Do you assume that he has it in his car before he comes clean and tells you the second time that he did it? That's a question.
You can't assume you don't know. I mean,
You can't assume he don't know, but off rip, do you think that's what that is? The long suffering, you're long suffering. If he apologizes for it, we're gonna forgive him. We're gonna have added security, but we're gonna forgive the brother and give him the chance to be right because he keeps coming here. He's trying to be right, and clearly he has a damn demon on him, right? But the long suffering don't stop. We always gonna be there until he just flat out just in what's the word I'm looking for? It's a word for it. But when the long suffering don't work, when him being here don't work, when we just have to throw him out of here, then the long suffering don't matter no more. But until that point, as long as he's coming here and he's putting forth effort to try and change and be better, we continue to give him the opportunity to be better without allowing him. We don't ever forget the things that he did, but we don't just keep throwing it in his face that he did that evil thing. We use it as a tool to keep him straight on the narrow, but we don't throw it in your face. You a thief. You a thief. You a klepto. You keep stealing. You know what I'm saying? You don't just continue to poke at the brother. You know what I'm saying? You use it as a weapon against the demon that's on him. Remember, brother, this is what you did when you was going to the bathroom. So because of that, we're going to have added security. Somebody going to walk with you to the bathroom just to make sure, you know what I'm saying, you make it there and make it back safe. You don't even mention the thing that he did. Just make sure you make it there, make it back. You know what I'm saying? You're showing him a level of brotherhood. That's the long suffering. Because we know what he did was wrong. We know what he did. He did it once before. And now the second time stuff come up missing. We're not even going to ask you if you got it. We know that you got it. We're going to see if your demon is still got a hold on you. Or if you're strong enough to say, I did this wrong thing. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't by the end of class, then we're going to just automatically assume that we need to search this brother. And even at that point, we still allow you to come back. We still gonna forgive you, but now, like I said, we're gonna have added security on you, so you can't just go and do it no more. See what I'm saying? You got that verse?
Oh, God.
Go ahead.
Matthew chapter 18 and verse 21.
Mm-hmm.
Then came Peter to him and said, Lord, how often shall my brother sin against me?
How often should my brother be able to sin against me? Keep going.
And I forgive him.
And I gotta forgive him.
Till 7 times?
Peter said 7 times. He only got 7 times to slight me, and then I can fire on this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 22. Yahweh said unto him,
Mm-hmm.
I said not unto thee until 7 times,
Mm-hmm.
but until 70 times 7.
Until 70 times 7, which is just a large amount. You just continuously, indefinitely forgive the brother if he's putting forth the effort to earn your forgiveness. But that's the key part. They got to be putting forth the effort to earn the forgiveness. Because otherwise, like I said, if the brother just incoherent, he's just not repenting from the evil, we're going to throw his ass the hell up out of here. Right? But if he's consciously trying not to do the evil thing that he was doing before, we have to allow him the chance to make amends and be right. You have to extend a little bit of grace to the brother. That's what Christ said. Give me that. Christ said that what is it? The healthy don't need a physician. I'm paraphrasing. Because that's what that verse is talking about. Those are the people that need Christ. People, again, using you as an example, not saying, I know, Lord willing, you won't do nothing like this, brother. But people like him, in this example, that like to steal, we have to extend extra grace. He's the one who needs Christ. I think Jeremiah Hyman broke this down the other night, matter of fact. Those of us that's in the law, we covered by the law. Christ's sacrifice don't do nothing for us. Why? Because we're covered by the law. We follow the law. Christ's sacrifice is for the people that need his sacrifice. This brother's been wrong. He thought he was right, thought he was able to be right, and he found out he was weak. We shove him away. No, we let him come back, and we kind of strengthen the brother with brotherhood, with correction, obviously, but with brotherhood, and give him the chance to develop and grow and facilitate his growth even more, so that one day he will be spiritually strong. His sacrifice won't be necessary for you at that point because you done be developed spiritual strength to be able to beat the demon that got a hold to you. And if you ever fall weak again, now Christ's sacrifice is for you, because now thanks to Christ's sacrifice, niggas ain't gonna fall on you. We're gonna help you get back right and get you back on the straight and narrow so that you don't need Christ's sacrifice. You're gonna be covered by the law. That's what you live by. That's what you do. Good, sis.
Absolutely. Mess up a lot too.
Of course. That's what I say. So regardless of whether you new into the truth, you've been in the truth, drop that. Give me, what is it, Proverbs 16 and 24? 24:16 I'm talking about? The righteous man fall 7 times, but get back up. Because that's what that's talking about right there. Us in the truth. You'll be in the truth, and as a brother, you'll lose control of your anger and do something stupid. Does that mean you just fall out the truth and go back to the world? As a sister, you'll be in the truth and then lose control of your anger, do something stupid. Does that mean that you give up on yourself and go back into the world because it felt good to be angry for that moment? No. You get back up. You got that? Go ahead.
Proverbs 24:16. For a just man falleth 7 times.
A just man falls 7 times. You are a just brother, and you fail 7 times. A just man is a brother who keeps the law, statutes, commandments. He's a righteous brother, and he falls 7 times. So like the sister said, even in the truth, you're liable to have demons. You're gonna have demons, and you're liable to fall. It's gonna happen a bunch of times. 7 times is just a small number. It's just a bunch of times. Keep going.
And rise up again.
But you're gonna get back up again. You ain't gonna just fall and stay down. I done messed up, man. I may as well. I done hit the blunt. Oops, I forgot I wasn't supposed to be smoking weed. Oh, well, I'm just gonna smoke the rest of the blunt, and I'm gonna go back to smoking weed. Keep going.
But the wicked shall fall into mischief.
That's you falling into mischief. Wicked people fall into mischief. So righteous people too, will make mistakes in the truth. It's gonna happen. It's bound to happen. But you know what you do? You recognize that you messed up. You repent from that. You get counsel if you need the counsel. If I automatically just suggest if you messing up, you need to get counsel so that you can rely on your brothers and sisters to help you develop your spiritual strength to fight the demon. So the next time the urge to hit that blunt come around, you don't have to hit the blunt. You don't need to hit the blunt. Next time the urge to go freak off with some horse come around, you don't need to do that. Because you're strong enough now. You done got counsel and you got brothers that you can call and rely on, or sisters, you got sisters that you can call and rely on to help give you the strength to deal with the demon that's on you. Salaki, what'd you say? Well, that's the answer. You too what? Oh, go ahead. You about to say something?
Her counseling just probably needs some that needs to be probably checked on before that. Like,
It needs to be checked on before that happens. Talking about before you sin?
yeah.
Well, of course.
No, not before you sin, but before you know, go to, like sisters and
I see what you say. Yeah, yeah. So when I say that, I don't mean get counsel from a sister, but if I'm saying is if you got if
talking. Just want to make sure that you.
always go to your camp leader. I'm gonna give you the protocol. Always go to your camp leader. If you have a sister that you got a good relationship with, not no weird gossip type deal, you know what I'm saying? If for sisters, not brothers, but for sisters. If you got a sister that you can really talk to and I ain't on no weird gossip or nothing like that, it's okay to confide in your sisters. I'm gonna get counsel about it, make sure I'm not tripping. I'm gonna check. But if that answers the question, sister, what was that?
The water, I appreciate it. Yeah, it does. It did. The water center.
I had to borrow. What was it? Get Pretty with Tweety? Is that what they say? And Ray Charles and Kardashian. All right, so if anybody online got any questions, you got any question, bro? If anybody online got any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. All right, so on the topic of what we were just talking about, it's perfect because it goes with what I was talking about. Life is War, Part 2. My first time ever doing a Part 2 to the class get out of hand. I never actually said I'm gonna do a Part 2 and did a Part 2, but we're doing a Part 2 of it, right? Life is War. Last time we was talking about the affliction of brothers, that brothers have to actively choose and afflict themselves with. And sometimes afflicting yourself means really, really suffering, but it's for the greater good. It sounds real Christian to say, but it's the reality. It's for the greater good because we ultimately hold the responsibility of fixing our nation, fixing our people, fixing our brothers, and fixing our women. But it's gonna go perfect with what we were just talking about. Sisters also have a responsibility. I'm gonna give you a precept to why I said what I said, right? Let's go to what is it? 2 Timothy, teachers of good things, 2:11. The aged women likewise.
Yes.
Yeah, pull it. So that's why I said what I said whenever you ask me that question, sis. Confiding in other sisters, because their sisters supposed to be teachers of good things to each other, right? So if you're a sister and you're thinking about doing something that's unlawful or a demon come on you, your older sister can help you, right? One of y'all got that? Oh, Slacky, what'd you say? Oh, Titus.
Yeah, Titus 2:3.
Go ahead and read it, or young man, you can read it when you get it. And check on your brothers and sisters whenever you get there. But this is why I said what I said, though. That's why I'm gonna make sure I'm not wrong. I'm definitely checking, make sure I'm not wrong. But this verse literally says that the seasoned women are supposed to be teachers of good things, right? And the good things is teaching sisters how to obey their husband. It says it all in the verse. You got it? Good.
So this is Titus chapter 2, verse 11.
Good.
I'll give him a buckling of it.
Good job, bro. Get a brother a hand. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It took me a minute to get it right. That's why I said don't ever be like me, bro. Salakia.
So there it goes. For the grace of God that bringeth salvation hath appeared to all men.
Wait, that's not it. Is that it? 2 and 4? 2 and 3? Go to Titus 2 and 3.
This is Titus chapter 2, verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
So the aged women, the aged women likewise, that they be in behavior, as becometh holiness.
What is holiness? Salakia. What is holiness? Sis?
Holiness is separate.
Mm-hmm. Separate from what?
To be separate from other things. So to be separate from the world.
That's it. Separate from the world, right? So if they're separate from the world, they're in the truth, right? These righteous sisters, right? This is what the aged women are supposed to be. They're supposed to be separate from the world, holy. Keep going.
Not false accusers.
Not false accusers. Keep going.
Not given too much wine.
Now that's a twofold. That don't just mean alcohol. A lot of people read it. Christians read that, and they just think that means women's not supposed to be drinking. Damn that. All right. The scriptures, I ain't gonna get into all that. We're gonna go for precepts for days about drinking. Drinking is good, right? Within moderation, obviously. But that not giving too much wine is being not giving too much to vain doctrines. Don't let your woman ain't the wise aged woman ain't supposed to be Christian. She ain't supposed to be Catholic because all that does is steer her away from her proper role in the family structure, her proper role under Christ's rulership. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Teachers of good things.
That's what I was talking about right there. Teachers of good things. So if a young sister come to you, you've been in the truth for how many years now, sis?
Going for around 10 years.
Going on 10 years. And you got a new sister coming here and she's struggling with drug addiction, right? She can come to you and says, I'm battling this demon. Now, obviously, you're gonna just say get counsel from a camp leader, but being a real sister to her, you're gonna be a good mother to her and tell her, like, sis, you gotta fight that demon. You're gonna give her words of encouragement. That's what I mean when I say help your sisters, help the younger sisters. If they need it, go to you. But definitely first protocol, go to your camp leader. Period. All right. Keep going.
Verse 4. That they may teach the young women to be sober.
Teaching them to be sober.
To love their husbands.
To love their husbands.
To love their children.
Stop right there. Those three things right there destroy black women. That destroys them because they don't love their husbands, or they're not sober minded, meaning focused, or they don't love their children. Those one of them three things, if not a combination of all three, are what lead to the destruction of black women, right? And so sometimes you got a young sister who come in here and she's not going to hear it from no man. She's been out there in the world telling them that she don't need to listen to no man, but she come in here and she said, "Oh, it's women in here too." So and y'all sit on the same side of the room. You know what I'm saying? So before any of us get the chance to really meet her, she's already asking questions or more comfortable with y'all over there. You know what I'm saying? So she's gonna come to you. So like with the thing that she don't feel like she could trust the men in the school with, her personal dark womanly experiences that she's had, or the bad things that can not only happen to women, but more likely happen to her that another woman would understand, but before a man would understand it, she's likely to ask a woman about it before she asks a brother about it. And the aged woman is supposed to direct her in the right way to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Firstly, get counsel, sis. This is how I deal with my personal stress. You don't turn to alcohol, like I said. Don't be sober. Don't turn to alcohol. Don't turn to men. You know what I'm saying? Don't take your anger out on your babies. So that's what I meant when I was talking about earlier about sisters relying on each other, leaning on each other. It's for spiritual strength. That's the glue. That's the long suffering. That bonds us together. Is that right there? You being here and available, even though your own personal afflictions can be hard, it's a sister out there that's got her own personal afflictions, and they might not even be as bad as yours, but for her, it's the end of the world because she don't know the truth. She don't know that there's something greater at the end for being righteous, but she's surrounded by a world that wants her to be evil, that wants her to be wicked. Niggas want her to be naked and be accessible. She don't know that there's something better out there, and there's a reward for not being that out there because the world promotes her to be able to be that way. She'll get ahead being a video vixen and Instagram or not, Instagram, OnlyFans or whatever. You know what I'm saying? The industry and all that. There's gain for being naked and being accessible out there versus being in the truth. There ain't no gain right now. But even that's not even true. But she can't see that because she don't know. You know what I'm saying? So it benefits sisters to be able to talk to other sisters for sure, within reason, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Did that help your question? Answer your question?
Yeah.
What's high in Christ? Like you too up. You too up. I ain't gonna lie, you kind of caught me off guard with that one. I wasn't ready for that, but that's the Lord right there. Because all the answers are right here. That's right. Hold that Bible up. All the answers are right there. Everything you want to know, all the answers to your problems, you need advice is right there. The protocol tells us what to do. That's the protocol right there. You know what I'm saying? So Salatia, drop that. What was we holding? Was we holding something else? All right, let's go. Let's get into the class. Let's go to 1 Samuel chapter 25. We're gonna read about the sister Abigail, right? Because we talked about how brothers are meant to suffer in the truth. It's inevitable. But our sisters have to suffer as well. Our sisters have to be strong and willing to suffer because serving the Most High is more important than anything else. And your husband can't convince you to be evil and do wickedness. He can tell you that all day, but you better not do it because we owe responsibility to the Most High. That's what our ancestors signed up for whenever we was in the desert in Sinai. And we said that we will serve you, we will be your people, and you will be our God. This is the responsibility that we owe to him. It's suffering. Let's go to 1 Samuel chapter 25.
Console.
Go ahead. Check on your brother and sister when you get there, when you're ready.
Slakia, so what verse?
1.
So this is 1 Samuel chapter 25, or Akim and Al have it.
Uh-huh.
All right. And Samuel died,
Mm-hmm.
and all the Israelites were gathered together and lamented him,
Mm-hmm.
and buried him in his house at Ramah.
So all of Israel gathered together to bury this one Levite brother, because he was not just a regular Levite brother. All brothers are special. But Samuel was a Nazarite from birth, and ever from the beginning of you reading about this brother, he was flat out righteous. They say this just to cut the Christians. They'll say that nobody was perfect but Jesus. You don't read about Samuel committing no sin at all, not a single one. And the proof of his righteousness is the whole nation came together to mourn his death. He wasn't just a regular Levite. Keep going.
And David arose and went down to the wilderness of Paran.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a man in Maon,
Mm-hmm.
whose possessions were in Carmel.
Carmel.
And the man was very great, and he had 3,000 sheep and 1,000 goats.
This man had 3,000 sheep, 1,000 goats. Keep going.
And he was shearing his sheep in Carmel.
Keep going.
And
so when you're reading, you got to call out the verse number. Go ahead.
Verse 3. Now the name of the man was Nabal.
Now this is Nabal, right? If you don't know the story about Abigail, her husband is Nabal. We're gonna read it, but her husband is Nabal, and his brother was wicked. He was worldly as hell. Keep going.
And the name of his wife was Abigail. And the name of his wife Abigail.
Well, Abigail was a righteous sister, though. Keep going.
And she was a woman of good understanding and of beautiful countenance.
Keep going.
But the man was churlish and evil in his doing.
This sister was in the truth, and that brother was in the world. Keep going.
And he was of the house of Caleb.
He descendant of Caleb. Y'all know who Caleb is? So, when Moses died, he passed the torch to Joshua. It was only two brothers that walked out of Egypt and walked into the kingdom. It's Joshua and Caleb. Nabal is a descendant of Caleb, from the house of Caleb. He's a Judite. Keep going.
Verse 4. And David heard in the wilderness that Nabal did shear his sheep.
So David heard about this brother shearing his sheep. Go ahead.
Verse 5. And David sent out 10 young men. And David said unto the young men, Get you up to Carmel, and go to Nabal, and greet him in my name.
David sent men to go and greet Nabal, because Nabal, him having that many sheep and goats, meant that brother had some wealth. He wasn't poor. So David was trying to go and show him some love. Keep going.
Verse 6. And thus shall ye say to him that liveth in prosperity.
See, he lived in prosperity. He was wealthy. Keep going.
Peace be both to thee, and peace be to thine house. And peace be unto all that thou hast.
Just flat out, it was just showing some love. Keep going.
Verse 7. And now that I have heard that thou hast shearers, now thy shepherds which were with us, we hurt them not, neither was there aught missing unto them. All the while they were in Carmel. So
what he's saying right there is that even though that he had all them shepherds, all them shearers and those shepherds, they were all safe when they were among David and his men. He didn't let nothing happen to them. Keep going.
Verse 8. Ask thy young men, and they will shew thee. Wherefore let the young men find favor in thine eyes. For we come in a good day. Give, I pray thee, whatsoever cometh to thine hand unto thy servants, and to thy son David.
So he's saying, whatever you get out of this from my men helping, give them a little bit. He was just asking for something fair. He wasn't being unfair. He showed his men kindness and offered flat out love before he even met the brother face to face. He just heard about this man and sent men to help him. Keep going.
Verse 9. And when David's young men came, they spake to Nabal, according to all those words in the name of David, and ceased.
They delivered the message. Keep going.
Verse 10. And Nabal answered David's servants and said, Who is David?
And he said, Who is David? You talking about the king of Israel, right? Newly appointed king of Israel. Who is David? Keep going.
And who is the son of Jesse?
Who is the son of Jesse? So what he's saying is, I don't know that nigga. He's saying these people. I don't know these people. I'm giving them niggas nothing. Keep going.
There be many servants nowadays that break away every man from his master.
Keep going.
Verse 11. Shall I then take my bread and my water and my flesh that I have killed for my shearers and give it unto men who I know not whence they be?
He said, I don't know them niggas. I ain't giving them nothing. I'm not giving them nothing that my men earned out of my sheep. Keep going.
Verse 12. So David's young men turned their way and went again and came and told him all those sayings.
So they went back and reported back to David what Nabal said. The amount of disrespect that he put on David's name after David said nothing but love and help to this brother. And asked for a small favor that he feed the men that David sent. He ain't even asked nothing for him. He asked that he feed the men that David sent. That was brotherhood. That was suffering for your brother, because David could have probably used them men. But it didn't matter. He heard about this brother. He heard his brother had wealth. He was looking to make good relations. It's called diplomacy. He was looking to make good relations with the brother, establish a good relationship with the brother who he didn't know. Sent him some brothers to help him, and all he asked was that you feed him. Don't give him no money. Just feed him. Take care of him. And that nigga said, nah, who is David? I don't know you. Keep reading.
Verse 13. And David said, and David said unto his men, Gird ye on every man his sword.
He said, every man, pick up your sword. Keep going.
And they girded on every man his sword. And David also girded on his sword. And there went up after David about 400 men, and 200 abode by the stuff.
He left 200 men behind, took 400 brothers with him, and David was finna ride on this nigga. Who you talking to like that? Who do you think you are? You realize who you talking to? The man that Saul killed 1,000, David killed 10. And you gonna talk to me like that? Remember, David's hands were so bloody he couldn't build the second temple. Well, yeah, he couldn't build the first temple. He couldn't do it. His son had to do it because his hands were too bloody. Whose blood do you think was on David's hands that he was worried about? Y'all not know? Exactly. He had Israelite blood on his hands. So who does Nabal think he is talking to David? I don't know. Who is David? Who is Jesse? I'm not giving y'all nothing. Your men nothing. Got the nerve of this nigga. I'm finna go destroy everything. He take 400 men to kill one person. He put 400 men to go and destroy everything that nigga knows. Keep going.
Verse 14. But one of the young men told Abigail, Nabal's wife.
Now, this is the whole reason why we read all of this, so we can get to here. This is a righteous sister who was suffering a whole lot of bullcrap and put her life on the line for an unrighteous ass husband. But that's the duty that she owed to him, because she owed that duty to the Lord, because she married him. Keep going.
Saying, Behold, David sent messengers out of the wilderness to salute our master, and he railed on them.
Keep going.
Verse 15. But the men were very good unto us, and we were not hurt, neither missed we anything, as long as we were conversant with them when we were in the field.
So I mean, if they was on imagine you on the job site, you talking to the brothers in the job, in the field. The boss is the one who got a problem with you. Keep going.
Verse 16. They were a wall unto us both by night and day. And the while we were with them keeping the sheep.
So they looked out for the brothers. They protected the brothers out there. They was in the field. You know what I'm saying? They had pitched tents, but they was in the field. And they looked out for those brothers while they was taking care of them sheep. Keep going.
Verse 17. Now therefore know and consider what thou wilt do, for evil is determined against our master
Mm-hmm.
and against all his household,
Mm-hmm.
for he is such a son of Belial that a man cannot speak to him.
So she's saying that her husband was like it. They're saying that that Nabal is the son of Belial, meaning that's the god that he worshipped. He was an evil, wicked nigga. You know what I'm saying? A flat out unrighteous nigga, and she's forcibly married to this nigga. And they're telling her that evil is about to come upon him. Bad things are about to happen to Nabal in his house. Keep going.
Verse 18. Then Abigail made haste and took 200 loaves.
She Salaki. Sis, how long does it take to make a loaf of bread?
Check out, so you know what to rise.
200 loaves of that.
So,
It's a lot of bread. Keep going.
And 2 bottles of wine.
And 2 bottles of wine.
And 5 sheep ready dressed.
Mm-hmm.
And 5 measures of parched corn.
Mm-hmm.
And 100 clusters of raisins.
No one likes raisins, but apparently, go ahead.
And 200 cakes of figs. And laid them on asses.
She prepared all this stuff. She did all of this to defend her husband, to apologize to David and his men for how disrespectful her husband was. Now, David could have been on some real gangster stuff. I don't accept your apology. I'm gonna kill you, all those men that my men worked with, and everything else that this nigga knows. Leave the ball alive to suffer. Keep going.
Verse 19. And she said unto her servants, Go on before me. Behold, I come after you. But she told not her husband, Nabal.
She did the right thing by not telling Nabal because she was going to do something for the Lord's sake, something for her husband's sake, but it was for the Lord that she did it. And the Lord saw mercy, had mercy on her and her husband for a moment because of this, because of all that what she gave to David that he earned. Not he earned, but his men earned. You know what I'm saying? The only little bit of thing that he asked for compared to the prosperity that they was living in. She risked herself and her life to make sure that her husband didn't get unalive. Even though he was wicked, she was still righteous. That's the whole point. Keep going.
Verse 20. And it was so, as she rode on the ass, that she came down by the coverts of the hill, and behold, David and his men came down against her, and she met them. Verse 21. Now David had said, Surely in vain have I kept all that is this, that.
Start it over.
Verse 21. Now David had said, Surely in vain have I kept all that this fellow hath in the wilderness.
Meaning, surely in vain, it was a vain thing for me to have kept this brother's sheep out there in the wilderness. Send my men to help this nigga. It was a vain thing for me to do. Keep going.
So that nothing was missed of all that pertained unto him.
Keep going.
And he hath requited me evil for good.
He tried to trade me evil for my good deed. Keep going.
Verse 22.
Jump down to where is it? Where is it? Verse 39. Nope, verse 36.
Sir. Verse 36. And Abigail came to Nabal, and behold, he held a feast in his house, like the feast of a king.
She treated her husband well, even though he was a wicked ass nigga, and she had to go make appease the king for her husband's disrespect to the king's men. Put herself in danger. She was still a righteous sister, and she still loved her husband because the Lord commanded that of our sisters. Keep going.
And Nabal's heart was merry within him, for he was very drunken.
He got super drunk. Keep going.
Wherefore she told him nothing, less or more, until the morning light.
Keep going.
Verse 37. But it came to pass in the morning, when the wine was gone out of Nabal, and his wife had told him these things.
So she told him everything that happened afterwards the next day. Keep going.
That his heart died with him.
That nigga had a heart attack. The Lord killed that nigga. He was wicked and evil. And the Lord allowed him to enjoy his last little night. But when he was sober, coherent, and able to understand how evil of a thing he did in the way that David showed mercy, the Lord killed that nigga. Keep going.
And he became as a stone.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 38. And it came to pass about 10 days after that the Lord smote Nabal, that he died.
Yep. So the Lord killed that nigga. And then if you read the next verse, the Lord gave Abigail to David to be a wife. So even though the sister was suffering at the hands of a wicked, evil ass nigga that didn't care about how he treated people, it really could have he almost got him, and everything that they knew, loved and cared about destroyed. The Lord still had mercy on her enough to give her some sense. She was humble. She was a decent sister. And David didn't have to unalive nobody. The Lord took care of that nigga. And then the Lord gave him her. So for all of her suffering, at the end of the day, the Lord gave her a righteous brother. She got the king. You don't get no better than that. You know what I'm saying? She got David. So there's rewards that come with the war that we suffer in life, that we go through in life. And for sisters, it's not like it was back then where you had to make 200 loaves of bread and all that crazy stuff. Now, in a modern day example, you know what I'm saying? Your husband might really be an alcoholic and he might be on some crazy outlandish things, and you got to go and apologize a million times on his behalf. But there's a righteousness even in that. There's a glory even in that. You are earning him respect that he ain't earning himself. Give me that real quick. 1 Corinthians chapter 7. What is it? The believing wife sanctify. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, kind of. That's why I need these niggas, bro. They're great. But this is why it's important for brothers to have great sisters. It's important the work that sisters do. Y'all suffer a whole lot and deal with a whole lot of crap, and just like we gotta deal with crap out here in the world, y'all gotta deal with it. But then y'all also gotta come home and be submissive to a man. And that brother gotta be righteous, because if he ain't righteous, then you in the house with a damn tyrant. And what are you supposed to do? Leave? You can't leave him, because you took an oath to the Most High when you laid with him. So you stuck with him. But you still got to be righteous. But at the end of it, there's a possibility. It's not a guarantee all the time, because the Lord might just kill that nigga. But it's a possibility that your righteousness might rub off on this nigga, and he might be made better for it. Go ahead.
The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 7 and verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
I can have.
Yeah.
What's it? Yeah.
That's okay. It's 1 Corinthians chapter 7 and verse 14. It's after Romans. But yeah, it's very imperative though that sisters hold fast to the truth. You know what I'm saying? Be righteous, sisters, even when it get hard, because there's a reward for it at the end of the day. But in order to get the reward, we have to suffer. Brothers have to suffer, and so do our sisters. Sisters got to suffer too. You got it? Go ahead.
Go. For the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife.
That means that your husband's unbelief in the truth, his disregard for the Lord, is forgiven by your righteousness. The Lord will wink at his ignorance and will give him a chance, because the Lord loves you. Because you showing the Lord that you love him, not your husband, but the Lord. You show the Lord that you love him by staying with that wicked, evil brother, even though he's been wicked and evil. Even though he's caused you suffering and caused you pain, you stuck it out. Why? Because the Lord is with you. And there's a chance that the Lord will pull him in here. You know what I'm saying? Is that on that? Good.
And the unbelieving wife is sanctified by the husband.
And that same thing is true for brothers. If you a brother and you got a rib and your rib on some bull crap, you trying to pull her into the truth, but she want to be outside and carrying on, and she choosing the world over the truth, no sweat. Let her be out there in the world. But you love her as if she's a sister in the truth. You don't mistreat her. You don't say distasteful things about her, call her distasteful names, call her out her name unnecessarily. You know what I'm saying? You don't do them things. You treat her like you love her. The scripture say, We ought to love our wives like Christ, treat our wives like Christ treated the church. I'm paraphrasing, something like that, something to that effect. That's how we're supposed to do our women. We're not supposed to make them feel like less than what Christ made the church, made us feel like. He gave his life for us. He loved us. You owe that same responsibility to your wife, regardless of what type of behavior she on, unless she on some adultery. If she a dragon, she can be a dragon in the house by herself, and you go live over here. But when something happened, nigga, you got to go and defend her. You got to go take care of her. You got to provide for her, make sure that she's safe. That's the responsibility that you owe to her, that you owe to the Most High. So the same thing is true both ways. And there's glory at the end of it. Why? Because there's a chance that the Lord might put it in their spirit to come to him. He might pluck you being good to them, might force their spirit to come into the truth, to come back into the truth. Right? Let's go to 1 Kings chapter 17 and verse 8. It's a whole lot of precepts that we could get into. I'm trying to be short, but it's a whole lot of precepts we can get into talking about how sisters have been righteous in the truth. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what, man, hold that, drop that. Let me get Susanna. Let's go to Susanna first. I don't know. I don't remember last time I even read that. That's in the Apocrypha, brother. We ain't gonna read the whole story though. We're gonna get to the meat and potatoes of it. But I'm gonna give you all the background, the rundown while brother's pulling it up. The story of Susanna is about a righteous, very, very righteous sister. We already read about a very, very righteous brother. Let's read about this righteous sister who the scriptures say, the scripture don't say that she committed no sin. So not only can other men be perfect, women can be perfect as well. Which means that there ain't no excuse for none of us who are also flesh, just like those brothers and those sisters, to not be perfect. We're gonna fail, we're gonna pick ourselves back up, and we're gonna be perfect. We got it.
You want me to start?
It's only one chapter, so I mean it's long though. So let's read it let's go to verse 30. No, 31. You feel me, sis? You laugh because it's really a good story, man. The whole story is great because it's about a righteous sister, and it's twofold. This I could have low key went to this for last time I taught class too, for the first part of this class because it also applies to Daniel. But we'll read about the sister right now, though. Go ahead, brother.
The book of Susanna, chapter 1 and verse 31. Now Susanna was a very delicate woman, and beauteous to hold.
She was beautiful, very, very beautiful. Keep going.
Verse 32. And these wicked men commanded to uncover her face, for she was covered, that they might be filled with her beauty.
How evil do you got to be of a brother to see another man's wife, and you a brother with rank, authority, but you just need to look at this brother's woman? That's evil as hell. You know it's going to go somewhere dark. Keep reading.
Come on, God. Verse 33. Therefore her friends and all that saw her wept. Verse 34. Then the two elders stood up in the midst of the people and laid their hands upon her head.
Keep going.
And she, weeping, looked up toward heaven, for her heart trusted in the Lord.
She trusted in the Most High. So I think we kind of jumped down too far, but I'm going to tell you exactly what happened before we get to continue reading, right? So Susanna was taking a bath outside. They had a bath outside, and these old men, these two same elders, they saw her taking the bath, and they tried to throw themselves on her, if you get what I'm saying. They won't take advantage of her. And then they told her, they said, okay, well, either you're going to give it up to us, or we're going to tell the rest of the congregation, the rest of the people, that we caught you in adultery with another man. And they're going to unalive you. So you got two choices. You can die, or you can give it up to us. You know what the sister chose? She chose death. We're going to read it. Keep going.
Verse 35. And she wept slightly. Verse 36. And the elder said, as we walked in the garden alone, this woman came in with two maids and shut the garden doors and sent the maids away.
So now they're about to tell the lie that they told her that they was going to tell on her. Keep going.
Then a young man who there was hid came unto her and lay with her.
They said they caught her in adultery. Keep going.
Then we that stood in the corner of the garden, seeing this wickedness, ran unto them. And when we saw them together, the man we could not hold, for he was stronger than we, and opened the door and leaped out.
So the brother that they caught her in committing adultery with, he was stronger than them, overpowered them, and ran away. They couldn't catch him. Keep going.
Come.
All this is a lie, mind you, but keep going.
But having taken this woman, we asked who the young man was, but she would not tell us.
Mm-hmm.
These things do we testify.
These are the things that they're telling. These are respected elders in the Israelite community, for lack of a better phrase. You know what I'm saying? These are brothers that got rank, that people who, when they say this is what happened, people tend to believe it because they're supposed to be righteous men, leaders. But they was wicked and evil because they flat out just lied on the sister, but they told her they were going to do it from the jump. Keep going.
Then the assembly believed them as those that were the elders and judges of the people.
See?
So they condemned her to death.
So they condemned her to death. Read the next verse.
Then Susanna cried out with a loud voice and said, O everlasting God, that knowest the secrets and knowest all things before they be.
Keep going.
Thou knowest that they have borne false witness against me.
Mm-hmm.
And behold, I must die. Whereas I never did such things as these men have maliciously invented against me.
The Lord heard her prayer. Why? Because the Lord, it's like because the sister was a righteous sister. She didn't do nothing wrong. And she had the chance to save her life. Instead of saving her life, she went ahead and put it in the hands of the Lord. She said, go ahead, tell them that I did whatever you want to tell them I did. But I'm not going to commit sin against the Most High. I'm not going to commit sin against my husband to appease y'all. She was willing to face death. And that's the spirit sisters have to have. In this truth, you have to be willing to suffer because it ain't just for us. Our goal is for all of Israel to be saved. And for all of Israel to be saved, Christ said that he that endureth until the end, the same shall be saved. What are we enduring? Brothers and sisters, what are we enduring? All of this. All this shit. Slakia. But that's what it is. It's a pile of shit out there. And we got to deal with it. The world is in World War III right now. That sisters is literally getting pooped on overseas for a couple $1,000. Exploited. Taken advantage of. Brothers out here homosexual and weak and ain't defending the sisters. Protecting them from the influence that's out there trying to take advantage of them. We got to endure all this shit. That don't just apply to brothers, it apply to sisters as well. They have to endure. And that's what this sister did. She chose death because she knew that the Lord was going to deal with whatever was supposed to happen is because the Lord wanted it to happen. But she wasn't going to betray the Lord. That's faith. That's full-blown, flat-out obedience. At the cost of your own life. Just like the brother Eleazar and Maccabees, what is it, 7? 6. I'm talking about, or the second Esdras. It's Maccabees, yeah. Second Maccabees chapter 6. The brother Eleazar was the exact same way. You know what I'm saying? This is the female equivalent of him, willing to die if it meant serving the Most High, if it meant not breaking the oath, if it meant having a bad name, bad reputation because people was lying on you. It didn't matter because serving the Lord and being righteous in His sight was more important than having life, and that's what it was for the sister. But she called out to her father, and he heard her. Keep going.
Come. Verse 44, and the Lord heard her voice.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, when she was led to be put to death, the Lord raised up the Holy Spirit of a young youth whose name was Daniel.
This is the same Daniel that we read about in during the time of Babylon. You know what I'm saying? So I could have used this verse, this chapter to talk about Daniel when I talked about my last class as well. Because the same thing was true about her, the exact same thing is true about Daniel. Daniel was a righteous brother, and he could have said nothing and not put himself on the line, not put himself at risk, because Daniel was no regular brother. He rose up to a position of political power. His voice had influence in Babylon. And he could have just not said nothing and been cool, been smooth. But he risked it. He put himself on the line to vouch for the sister. And he did it so slick. Keep reading.
Okay. Verse 46. Who cried with a loud voice, I am clear from the blood of this woman. Then all the people turned them toward him and said, what mean these words that thou hast spoken?
Mm-hmm.
So he standing in the midst of them said, are ye such fools, ye sons of Israel, without examination or knowledge of the truth? he hath condemned a daughter of Israel.
He talked bad to them niggas. He said, y'all niggas is dumb. Y'all listen to these old men. Y'all ain't even look at what possibly may be true, what may be a lie. Y'all just accepted what these men that's supposed to be your leaders is telling you. When none of their story makes sense. And he gonna give you the breakdown of why it don't make sense. Sidebar, just like Abigail was righteous and the Lord sent David, the exact same thing happened with Susanna. She was righteous and the Lord sent Daniel. That's how you know the Lord dealing with you if you're a sister. Because sometimes your affliction gonna be hard and you're gonna have to endure that affliction. But once you've endured that affliction, the Lord sends you somebody to save you, somebody to fight on your behalf. Keep going.
Oh God. Verse 49. Return again to the place of judgment, for they have borne false witness against her.
So he told them, let's examine exactly what they said about her. Let's look at their story again. Keep going.
Oh God. Verse 50. Wherefore all the people turned again in haste, and the elder said unto him, Come, sit down among us and show it us, seeing God hath given thee the honor of an elder.
Keep going.
Then said Daniel unto them, Put these two aside, one far from another, and I will examine them.
So now I'm gonna go ahead and Daniel said, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna hear both of their stories. I'm gonna pick holes and examine what it is that they say, scrutinize what it is they said about this sister. The Lord called Daniel to be a soldier for this sister in this moment. But she was absolutely innocent, but she was ready to die for the truth. So the Lord demanded that the truth be told. Keep going. That was heavy, Slocky.
So when they were put asunder one from another, he called one of them and said unto him, O thou that art waxing old in wickedness, now thy sins which thou hast committed aforetime are come to light. For thou hast pronounced false judgment and hast condemned the innocent and hast let the guilty go free. Albeit the Lord said, the innocent and righteous shall thou not slay.
He said that y'all not finna slay this sister. Keep going.
Now then, if thou hast seen her, tell me, under what tree sawest thou them companying together?
So he asking, you said you saw her, right? What tree was she standing under when you saw her? Keep going.
Who answered, under a mastic tree.
And they said under a mastic tree. Keep going.
And Daniel said, very well, thou hast lied against thine own head. For even now the angel of God hath received the sentence of God to cut thee in two.
See? Keep going.
So he put him aside and commanded to bring the other, and said unto him, O thou seed of Canaan, and not of Judah, beauty hath deceived thee, and lust hath perverted thine heart.
Now that seed of Canaan and not of Judah, right? So the book of Susanna is written in the Greek. That's calling him the seed of Canaan and not the seed of Judah. He's not a literal Canaanite, but his spirit is the seed of Canaan because there was perverts, there was sexual deviance in the land of Canaan. So that's why he called him the seed of Canaan. Keep going.
Come on, God. Verse 57. Thus have ye dealt with the daughters of Israel, and they for fear of company with you. But the daughter of Judah will not abide your wickedness.
Keep going.
Now therefore tell me, under what tree didst thou see them companying together?
Now this is how he played them against each other. Yeah, one of them give him the name of a tree, tell him, I already know you lied to me. But let's deal with your part. You tell me, what tree was she under when y'all saw her? You saw her with this nigga committing adultery. What tree was she under? Keep reading.
Who answered, under an home tree.
Now it's a home tree. First it was a mastic tree. Now this nigga saying it's a home tree. Boom, that's the end of the lie right there. But keep going.
Okay. Verse 59. Then said Daniel unto him, well, thou hast also lied against thine own head. For the angel of God waiteth with the sword to cut thee in two, that he may destroy you.
We ain't got to read no more. Long story short, at the very, very end of it, the sister didn't die because Daniel saved her. But why did Daniel get sent to save her? Because the sister suffered being accused. She had the chance to save herself from all of this crap and not have to deal with none of it. She didn't know the Lord was going to send Daniel to save her. She knew very well that she could have died. If we would have read up earlier, I'll take the death. Kill me. Lie on me. Go ahead. I'll let them kill me. I won't commit sin. You know what I'm saying? She had the opportunity. She could have saved her life. But instead of doing that, she chose death. She willingly looked death in the face and said, I'll do it. I'll take it. Why? Because it meant not being wicked, not being evil in the sight of the Lord. It wasn't worth it to her. Her life wasn't worth losing the protection of the Lord. And that's how sisters have to be, just like brothers. Right? Let's drop that. Let's go to we're gonna end it. 2nd Maccabees chapter 7. Y'all finna read. Young man, you're gonna read this one. 2nd Maccabees chapter 7, verse 1. Now, Kanaka, give me the verse where Christ said, if any man love his children more than me, he's not worthy of me. Come on. And if anybody online, anybody in the room got a question, y'all 12. If anybody online have a question, feel free to put it in. I'll answer it.
Verse 1.
Yeah, we're gonna start at verse 1, but Kanaka, I'll get that verse on me for real quick. I'll pull a precept before I even start reading the chapter. It's a precept. It's like it. Because just like brothers have the responsibility to the Lord to put nothing before him, that also applies to sisters. And it's a heavy burden for sisters. It may be even more so because when we carry them, they're nothing but gametes, sperm. When sisters carry them, it's a developing baby. It's a whole baby. You know what I'm saying? So the bond is different. 9 months, sometimes more, sometimes less of suffering. Your body ain't the same. Your hormones ain't the same. You're suffering, sick, morning sickness, anger, mood swings out the world. You know what I'm saying? Suffering, but you still have to choose them or the Most High. Go ahead.
Come. Matthew chapter 10 and verse 37.
Mm-hmm.
He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me.
We all love our parents, right? Father and or mother. Some of us don't love one of our parents for whatever circumstances. You need to let that demon go because you only get them once until, you know what I'm saying, next time you hear it. But you only get them once. And then in this life, you only get them once. I love my mama dearly. She's gone. I got to be okay with that. You know what I'm saying? She was on some wicked, evil things before I came into the truth. When I came into the truth, she was still alive. She died right after I came into the truth. The Lord took her. She wouldn't hear me. She wouldn't even listen. And I had to choose. Was I going to choose my mother? Or I was going to choose my decision to serve the Most High, how he told me to, instead of the Christianity that my mother forced on me as a child? I made my decision, and that's what it was. A decision was made. A choice was made. Keep going.
God. And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me.
Your children can't be no excuse to disobey the Most High either. They can't be. I won't get into nobody's personal business or nothing. All right. But you got to love your children enough to let them suffer if it means disobeying the Most High. Because when you let them suffer, you know what that's doing? They bumping their head. That's giving them a chance to see that maybe I am making bad decisions. If you come and save them all the time when they mess up, what's going to happen? What's going to happen when you gone? When you one day leave the earth, what's going to happen to your children? They're going to die. Bad stuff is going to happen to them. Why? Because you raised them to be weak. You raised them to believe that their flesh and their spirit was the answer instead of the Most High. What they wanted was more important than the Most High. You got to love the Most High more than you love your children. You have to choose him first. They seeing you do that, and they don't understand it as children. They don't see the sacrifice that you're making for their sakes. Slakia. Dang, I got a precept I could pull. Drop that. Let's go to Job. What's that? 4? Where he making let me see. Job chapter 4. I think is it 1 and 4? Good. 1 and 4. Give me Job 1 and 4. Salakia. A precept. I told y'all we can do this precept game forever. Salakia. But Job 1 and 4 is an example, a great example of this, because Job did literally this.
Okay.
Go ahead.
The book of Job, chapter 1, verse 4. And his sons went and feasted in their houses, every one his day, and sit and called for their 3 sisters to eat and to drink with them.
So they went about feasting. You know what I'm saying? Instead of serving the Most High, they was worried about what they wanted to be doing. Did Job stop them? No. Did he tell them, yeah, y'all gonna anger the Lord? No. He let them do what they was gonna do, and he didn't participate in it. Why? because he loved the Lord more than he loved his children. He let them make their decisions. But he didn't just forsake his children. He prayed for them. Keep reading.
Verse 5. And it was so, when the days of their feasting were gone about, that Job sent and sanctified them, and rose up early in the morning and offered burnt offerings according to the number of them all. For Job said, it may be that my sons have sinned and cursed God in their hearts. Thus did Job continually.
See, so he went ahead and allowed them to commit the sin because it wasn't him committing the sin. He needed them to understand that they was angering the Most High so that they can be judged by the Lord, so they can be punished. And then they can learn from it. Lord willing, learn from it. That's your job as a parent, is to protect them from angering the Lord by committing sin. But once you teach them, you got to let them experience life. You got to let life happen to them. Let them bump their head, but you be there to pick up the pieces. That's what Job was doing right there. When he was making the offering for forgiveness for his children wasn't making no offering of forgiveness for the Lord. Job did it for them on their behalf. He was there to pick up the pieces. He did the work a good father would do, loving his children, but loving the Most High God first, and allowing the Most High God, I won't say allowing him, but stepping back and watching as the Most High God dealt with his children the way that they need to be dealt with. Because it ain't about his feelings. It's not about what we think and what we want for our children. It's about what the Lord commands for our children. And we as parents, as adults, we have to be okay with that. That's the only way it's going to work, because otherwise your children are going to grow up and be unlawful, unrighteous, unruly. They're going to be spoiled. What's my man? T.I. son? King?
King,
They're going to be like King. Getting arrested and talking bad to the police, thinking, I don't know what he was thinking doing that. His brother even told him, like, hey, what the fuck, what was you doing? Good.
I got arrested in a Pikachu onesie.
You feel me? Come on, man. That's gonna be your baby out here. Arrested, talking bad to police and Pikachu onesies. And that's the best case scenario. Worst case scenario, they just unalive your baby. You can't protect them from everything. You gotta allow the Lord to judge them and deal with them for the things that they do. You pray for them, you know what I'm saying, continually. Without in the apocrypha, it says that a father loses sleep for the sake of his daughter. If he could be right there attached to her at the hip, he would be. But you can't be. You cannot be. You have to allow her to make mistakes so that she can learn. There's some people, I'm one of them people. When I was in the world, it took me bumping my head a whole lot. I had to go to jail a whole lot before I stopped going to jail. Before it clicked. I don't want to do this forever. I don't want to be sitting in this damn cell and have to fight these niggas every day. I don't want to do this. I had to stop committing crime. It took a long time. It sounds so simple. That's really simplifying the hell out of it, but that's black and white. That's what it is. I was being stupid. I had to bump my head a few times to learn that I don't want to do this no more. So I had to just stop bumping my head. But it took the Lord having mercy on me, because I could have been unalived so many times for the things I've done in my life. But instead of that happening, the Lord had mercy on me and gave me the chance to fix myself. You know what my mother didn't do? She didn't come and baby me. She wasn't bonding me out, nothing. She allowed me to sit there and suffer. And every time I sat there and suffered, it clicked a little bit more. It got seared into my brain a little bit more. I don't want to keep doing this. And so one day, you know what I'm saying, I just made a decision. I wasn't gonna keep committing sin. And that was right before I came into the truth. Right? You still holding that in Maccabees? Go ahead.
So Second Maccabees chapter 7, verse 1.
Let me get there. 7 and 1. Go ahead.
All right. It came to pass also that 7 brethren with their mother were taken and compelled by the king against the law to taste swine's flesh.
So just like Eleazar was compelled by the king to taste swine's flesh or pretend that he was eating the swine's flesh, and he said no, his sister said the same thing. But it wasn't just her this time. It wasn't just one brother or one individual sister. This time, they took a mother and her 7 sons and tried to force all of them to do it. Keep going.
And were tormented with scourges and whips.
And they beat them. Keep going.
Verse 2. But one of them that spake first said thus, what wouldest thou ask or learn of us?
It said, what would you ask or learn of us? Keep going.
We are ready to die, rather that to transgress the laws of our father.
Their minds was already made up. So they basically was saying, you want me to do what? You beating on us and carrying on to do what? What you trying to get from us? We're not going to break the law. If that's what you're hoping we're going to do, that's not what we're going to do. Their minds was made up. Their choices was made. Keep going.
Verse 3. Then the king, being in a rage, commanded pans and cauldrons to be made hot. Verse 4. Which forthwith being heated, he commanded to cut out the tongue of him that
Start over. Slow down.
Verse 4. Which forthwith being heated, he commanded to cut out the tongue of him that spake first.
He commanded that brother's tongue be cut out. Keep going.
And to cut off the utmost parts of his body, the rest of his brethren, and his mother looking on.
That brother was maimed in front of his family for speaking the truth, for choosing the truth. See, a lot of the times we like to divide the scriptures male and female, but there really ain't no division because this whole story is about a woman, a mother. But it can be applied to brothers as well. We as sons of the Most High ultimately also have to choose the Most High. We have to choose to suffer rather than be evil and wicked and appease the oppressor. There ain't no reward in that. There ain't nothing but death in that. Spiritual death. It starts off with you eating pork today. Tomorrow you're gonna be somewhere blowing rod in the alley for some dope. It's not a joke. It happens. Because people start off small, committing little itty bitty sins to them, but in reality, the Lord see all of it, and it's all wickedness. And then that meter in your brain that tells you, well, I'm not going to do this. Okay, I'll do this, but I'm not doing that. Now it becomes, well, I'm just going to do it for right now. Just help me get by. Now you start making excuses. Now you start making your God a God of compromise, and that's not what the Most High is. And He'll destroy you because of it. Keep going.
Verse 5. Then now he was thus maimed in all his members. And
his members being his extremities, his arms, his legs, everything. Keep going.
He commanded him, being yet alive, to be brought to the fire and to be fried in the pan.
So after he cut off all his extremities, he cooked the brother, burned him in a pan. Keep going.
And as the vapor of the pan was for a good space dispersed, they exhorted one another with the mother to die manfully, thus saying.
So hold on. They looked at their mother and they said that we are going to die manfully. We're going to die like men. Her 7 sons made a decision they was going to serve the Lord all the way to death. And it didn't change, even in the face of death. They saw that these damn devils wasn't playing. They unalived their brother. In their face, cooked that brother, chopped him up and cooked him. And they said after that, they said that we gonna still die manfully. That's glorious. Keep going.
Verse 6. The Lord God looketh upon us, and in truth hath comforted us. So in truth hath comfort in us, as Moses in his song, which witnessed to their faces, declared, saying, and he shall be comforted in his servants.
The Lord will be comforted in his servants. Keep going.
Verse 7.
Meaning he will be well pleased in his servants, right? When his servants serve him, he will be pleased with our work, our service. Keep going.
Verse 7. So when the first was dead after this manner, they brought the second to make him a mocking stock. And when they had pulled off the skin of his head with the hair, they asked him.
So they scalped this brother. Keep going.
Thou eat, for thou be punished throughout every member of thy body.
So they said, after they ripped this, they scalped the brother. They said, you're going to eat this swine's flesh before we destroy every member in your body, cut off your extremities, and throw you in the pan like we did your brother? Keep going.
Verse 8, but he answered in his own language and said, no.
Can y'all imagine what he said to him? What did he say to him? He said, la, in the Hebrew. I am not going to do this. Keep going.
Wherefore he also received the next torment in order, as the former did.
Meaning he suffered the exact same thing in the exact same order that his brother did. Keep going.
Verse 9. And when he was at the last gasp, he said, thou like a fury takest us out of this present life. But the king of this world, the king of the world shall raise us up.
See, those brothers had real faith. They didn't even know Christ. Christ wasn't born yet at this time. But these brothers had real faith in the covenant. They had faith in the thing that the Most High God promised them, that one day there would be a king that raised them back up. They're going to come back in the earth. These devils going to destroy this physical flesh today. My spirit is still going to be here another day tomorrow. I'm going to have a new flesh. I'm going to have a new life. But I'm not going to die and suffer. And so listen. So when you live, right, and you commit evil and you refuse to serve the Most High in this life, you suffer for it in your next life. The proof? Anybody got a precept? Anybody got a precept for that? To prove what I just said, when you suffer, when you commit evil in this life, you suffer for it in your next life.
I don't know.
Let's see what the sister pulled first. I heard her over there. She got something. Yo, man, you should be writing down these precepts. You got it, sis?
Come look at that. Knock out over.
Y'all gonna pull the same one. Go ahead, Kanaka.
Book of John, chapter 9, and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
And as Yahushua passed by, he saw a man which was blind from his birth.
He was born blind. How is that possible? That's what the disciples gonna ask him. Go ahead.
Verse 2. And his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin?
Who committed sin? First of all, how is that a question? How does this brother who was born blind commit sin? Did he sin in the womb? No, it's not possible. Literally not possible. Keep going.
This man or his parents that he was born blind.
Who committed the sin that caused him to be born blind? The fact that they even question that, phrase that question that way, proves that our people have always known about regeneration. Meaning, they were asking, did he commit sin in his past life to cause him to be born blind in this life? Or did his parents do something wicked that caused him to be born blind in this life? That's the precept I would have pulled. Sis, you got one? That the same one? One sign of Christ. See, we one body. we one spirit. We are all on one accord. Right? Let's go back to John. To Second Maccabees right quick.
So I'll just start back at verse 9.
Go ahead.
And when he was at the last gasp, he said, Thou like a fury, takest us out of this present life.
Take us out this present life. End it. Keep going.
But the king of the world shall raise us up who have died for his laws unto everlasting life.
That's the everlasting life. Is to die, to be born, live out a whole full life, and then die again. But guess what? You're gonna be born again. The everlasting life is being able to live out your life without getting unalived by police, getting chased down by Romans, or at this point Greeks, trying to force you to eat swine's flesh and then unaliving you in a cauldron. You get to live out your life, have children, give them your inheritance, and then you die and leave it to them. So that one day when you come back, you come right back into your inheritance. If it's not the same, it should be increased because we're going to be in the kingdom at that point. So ain't nothing but up, Lord willing, unless brothers make bad business decisions. But the point is that you're coming back to your inheritance. It's everlasting life. It's not just living right now. It's forever. You're going to die, you're going to come back, and you're going to one day inherit everything that you earned. Keep going.
Verse 10. After him was the third, made a mocking stock. And when he was required, he put out his tongue. And that right soon, holding forth his hand manfully.
He held his hands forth manfully. He put his tongue out, put his arms out, and he was ready to accept what they was about to do to him. Because he had already chosen what was going to be, what he was going to do. And he was willing to die for that choice. It didn't matter. Keep going.
Verse 11. And he said courageously, These I had from heaven,
Mm-hmm.
and for his laws I despise them.
For the Lord's laws, I despise them. What is the them that he's talking about? Good.
This him?
And read up the last verse, the previous verse.
And his tongue.
And his tongue, his hands and his tongue. I got these from the Lord, but I despise them for the Lord. You can take them. I'm willing to give them up. Go ahead. Keep reading.
And from him I hope to receive them again.
Because they know they're going to receive everything that they lose in this life. Everything that we don't get to enjoy in this life today, the Lord going to give us to us tomorrow. You might lose a rib. You might lose a husband serving the Most High. The Lord will give you one back and then later on in your life, if not in your next life. You know what I'm saying? It's not forever. Your spirit ain't going to be alone forever. It's going to suffer. And the next life is going to suffer too. The life after that, guess what's going to happen? It's going to suffer some more. You don't never turn from the Most High, though. You endure the suffering. There's glory in the suffering. Why? Because it draws you closer to the Lord. That's what's supposed to happen. All else, the world is supposed to look like I could go out there, I could have this fun, but it's going to pull me away from my Father. I could go out there and have this fun, it's going to pull me away from my riches. It's going to pull me away from my wealth. It ain't worth it. Keep going.
Verse 12. Insomuch that the king and they that were with him marveled at the young man's courage, for that he nothing regarded the pain.
He didn't care about the pain. That brother was courageous, but he was raised right. All of this glorious stuff, all this is just building up to show how glorious that mother that them brothers had. She raised them brothers right. She gave them brothers spiritual strength as well as full-blown faith, taught them flat out faith. That one day I'm not gonna feel this pain no more. One day I'm gonna suffer, and then I'm not gonna suffer. Because the Lord's gonna take me, gonna bring me back, and I won't be suffering no more. They understood that. But the Romans, Slakia, the Greeks, they didn't understand this about our culture. They didn't understand what it is that we actually believe in. That's why them still in our culture, call themselves Jewish, is outlandish because they don't even know what it is that they claim that they believe in. They making it up as they go. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading.
Verse 13. Now when this man was dead also, they tormented and mangled the fourth in the like manner. Verse 14.
Let's jump down. Go to verse 20.
Verse 20. But the mother was marvelous above all, and worthy of honorable memory.
She was worthy of honorable memory, and she was marvelous above all. Because not only did she raise her sons to be righteous, to be glorious, to suffer and die for the Lord, she was going to do it. And she wasn't going to tell them not to. Keep going.
For when she saw her 7 sons slain with the space of one day, she bare it with a good courage, because of the hope that she had in the Lord.
Because she had faith in the Lord. She knew that she was about to die. They already proved that they was going to kill her. She knew she was going to die when they killed her first son. And she knew them other sons of hers better not be afraid to die. You take it too. Be ready to suffer, because this is what we signed up for when we were in our past life in the wilderness and told the Most High that we was going to be his people and he was going to be our God. This is what that looks like. This is what serving God looks like. It looks like suffering. It looks like getting your hands cut off. It looks like getting your tongue cut out. It looks like losing your house, losing your car, losing your job, being poor, being afflicted with all type of ailments, pain, suffering. That's what serving God looks like. But it's also brotherhood. It's also sisterhood. It's also glory at the end of it. But before you can get to the kingdom, you got to walk through the sand, through the desert. Keep going.
Verse 21. Yeah, she exhorted every one of them in her own language.
He spoke to them brothers in Hebrew. Keep going.
Filled with courageous spirits, filled with courageous spirits, and stirring up her womanish thoughts, with manly stomach.
She said, "I'm not gonna be afraid." She put her frail women, what the scripture say, women is the weaker vessel. She put that weaker shit that's in her spirit naturally. She put that down, and it showed her strength. Keep going.
She said unto them, verse 22, I cannot tell how ye came into my womb,
Mm-hmm.
for I neither gave you breath nor life.
Mm-hmm.
Neither was it I that formed the members of every one of you.
And she carried them in her womb, but she didn't actually create them, right? She can't tell them how they got breath, how when they came out the womb, they just started breathing. She can't tell them how that first breath got into their bodies, how their arms and legs attached and grew from the cell. She can't tell them how that happened. Keep going.
Verse 23. But doubtless the creator of the world formed the generation of man and found out the beginning of all things, will also of his own mercy give you breath and life again.
This is what she knew. She knew that the Lord was going to bring them back. She told them, don't worry, because the Lord is going to bring you back. And he's going to bring me back. She was a teacher of good things. She was the aged woman that was supposed to teach good things, and that's what she did. Keep going.
As ye now regard not your own selves for his laws, for his laws' sake.
Don't regard your own lives. Suffer. Be ready to suffer for the Lord's sake. That's what righteous women do. In the war, can you imagine, though? This ain't a brother, we can just keep making babies. You know what I'm saying? It hurts to lose one, but we can just keep making babies. This is a sister who carried each one of these brothers. And she had to tell each one of them brothers, you're about to die. Take it joyfully. Take it gloriously. Revel in it. And know that the Lord is going to bring you back. She had to fight back the motherly urge to cry, the motherly urge to break down and protect her babies. That's natural instinct 101. Am I wrong? That's what women's instinct is to protect their babies. But she had to fight that and allow them to prove themselves to be men of the Lord, to the Lord. Keep reading.
Verse 24. Now Antiochus, thinking himself despised and suspecting it to be a reproachful speech, whilst the youngest was yet still alive, did not only exhort him by words, but also assured him with oaths that he would make him both a rich and happy man, if he would turn away from the laws of his father.
Pause right there. It stopped being about eating the pork and whatever he wanted them to eat, the unlawful food. It stopped being about that. Now I want you to worship me. Turn away from the laws of your fathers. This is what the world does to us as brothers. They don't want us to serve the Most High. They'll make fun of you for being in the truth. It's not cool to serve God. It's cool to go to church. They used to call me, before I was in the truth, nigga, they called me a thug with a Bible because I was James the disciple and I had a damn Bible. I was going to church. I thought I was doing something. They used to call me a thug with a Bible. But it ain't cool to be an Israelite with a Bible. You can be whatever you want to be, but you cannot be an Israelite with the Bible. You cannot be in the truth. It's not cool. And so this devil, he said, no, I want you to drop that and worship me. Keep reading.
And that also he would take him for his friend and trust him with affairs. Verse 25. But when the young man would in no case hearken unto him, the king called his mother and exhorted her that she would counsel the young man to save his life.
So now the king came to the mother and said, just talk to him, man. Just tell him to eat the damn meat. We ain't got to kill him. He ain't got to die. They're only doing this because you're encouraging him to be this way. Tell him that he can live his life and have a rich, full life. I already offered him wealth. I gave him an oath that I would. Just tell him to eat the meat. Forsake the law. Keep reading.
Verse 26. And when he had exhorted her with many words, she promised him that she would counsel her son. Verse 27.
Okay, stop right there. She said, don't worry, I'm going to talk to him. Keep going.
But, verse 27. But she, bowing herself towards him, laughing the cruel tyrant to scorn.
She laughed in his face.
spake in her country language on this manner.
She hit him with some Hebrew. Keep going.
My son, have pity upon me that bare thee 9 months in my womb.
I carried you for 9 months. Keep going.
And gave thee suck 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And nourished thee, and brought thee up unto this age, and endured the troubles of education.
She went through the labor of being a good mother. She went through the war of giving up versus being a good mother, and she chose to be a good mother to raise her sons, all of her sons, right. It's her last one, the youngest one. Keep going.
Verse 28. I beseech thee, my son, look upon the heaven and the earth, and all that is therein, and consider that God made them of things that were not.
The Lord, the saying that the Lord made them of things that was not. There was nothing, and then He made them. Keep going.
And so was mankind made likewise.
So, do you understand the importance of what it's saying right there? The Lord made all the trees, everything that you can see, from literally nothing. So when they destroy your body today, you'll come back in a new body, is what she's saying. The Lord's going to make you something else out of something else. He's going to make you a new flesh from literally nothing. Your spirit isn't going to die. You'll still exist. You'll be with the Father, but you're going to come back one day in a new flesh from nothing. Keep going.
Verse 29. Fear not this tormentor.
Don't be afraid.
But being worthy of thy brethren, take thy death, that I may receive thee again in mercy with thy brethren.
And that's what she was praying for. That was her heart's prayer and desire, is that the Lord's going to have mercy on her and her sons, and they was going to be born back to her in the next life. Keep going.
Verse 30. While she was yet speaking these words, the young man said, whom wait ye for?
Who you waiting for? Keep going.
I will not obey the king's commandment.
Just like the first brother said. What you waiting on? Go ahead and do it to me then. I'm not going to disobey the law. And this brother said the exact same thing. I will not obey the king's commandments. Just like his oldest brother. He told that he was not going to fail the Lord either. Keep going.
But I will obey the commandment of the law that was given unto our fathers by Moses.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 31. And thou that hast been the author of all mischief against the Hebrews.
Jump down to verse 34.
Verse 34. But thou, O godless man, and of all other most wicked, be not lifted up without a cause, nor puffed up with uncertain hopes, lifting up thy hand against the servants of God.
Oh, bad to that man. It's like when David called the Goliath an uncircumcised Philistine. Talked bad to him before he was willing to, accept what the Lord had coming for him. You know what I'm saying? His choice was flat out made, is the point. Keep going.
Verse 35. For thou hast not yet escaped the judgment of the Almighty God. So I can say God or say
God.
Who seeth all things.
You ain't escaping judgment from the Lord. You can punish me today. You can destroy my flesh today. But the Lord's going to destroy you. Believe it. Drop down to... Let me keep reading. Verse 37.
36 or 37?
37.
Verse 37. But I, as my brethren, offer up my body and life for the laws of our fathers, beseeching God that he would speedily be merciful unto our nation, and that thou by torments and plagues mayest confess that he alone is God.
Stop right there. So even in the moment that brother's about to face flat out death, he knows there ain't no getting out of it. There ain't no ending. There ain't no talking his way out of it, because his choice was already made. Even in that moment, you know he was thinking about, sis? Ephesians 4:4. He prayed for his people, not just for his own safety, not for the safety of his mother, not for the forgiveness for whatever sin that he may have committed, his brothers may have committed before they died. He prayed for his whole people. That's the long suffering. That's the love that we're supposed to have that binds us together. That's what Ephesians 4:4 is. That right there. In all of your plight, in all of your suffering, and all your pain, you don't stop thinking about what's best for us as a people. What we need to do. Praying the Lord forgives all of us as a whole. Forget what I've done. Kevin McCall said in one of his songs, he said, if I'm not worthy, then put me in the hands of a man who is worthy. Make me his sword. His paraphrasing what he meant. You know what I'm saying? Make me his sword. That's what we all supposed to think when it comes to our people. We're not supposed to be thinking about our own individual salvation. The scripture says, work out that own soul salvation. But you're supposed to be worried about how can I help my next brother work out their own salvation? How can I help my next sister work out their own salvation? They don't know how to do it. You got the answers. You got the key. You in the truth. You've been here. You're here now. You learning the truth. Y'all got the keys. Y'all know what to do. But they don't know what to do. So we pray that one day they're gonna come in here. We pray that one day something bad happened to them, not to destroy them, but it happens so that they bump their head so they can turn and come and serve the Lord. They can see that the Lord's trying to get their attention, and then they stop doing wickedness. But it starts with our suffering first. All right. We got any questions? Everybody to up? All right, with that, does he have the announcements? Kabash Wan, send the brother the announcements, Baba Kashah. With that, I pass the class off to the young man. You can come over here and read the announcement. You got your phone on you? Kabash Wan gonna send you the announcements.
Read them.
Oh, Slaki, yeah, I forgot Kanaki was sitting there. My bad. I forgot he had them. You pull it up. You gonna stand right here facing the class, and you gonna turn the camera to face him. No, off the podium. Off the podium. Off the podium. There you go.
We are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rules for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister is interested in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is a 6-month period in which the brother and sister can court each other. After the 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18 and 21, 18 verse 21, Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 to 10, means 10 in Hebrew, Ma'ashara, 1/10 or 10% of every penny of every increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury, the department, or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you will like, upcoming holy convocation.
It's the Feast of First Fruits, but that date is wrong.
Feast of First Fruits. What dates do I say?
Just keep going.
Remind Akim and Aquathian to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirts, pants, headband, or a scarf.
And with that, Men of Israel, Amajim. Men of Israel.
Men of Israel.
Call it. Mbak Shabbat. Slaki. We're gonna give one courtesy salute.
Okay. We're gonna give a courtesy salute to the sisters.
No, courtesy salute.
Courtesy salute.
Mbak Shabbat. Amajim. Barak. Yahweh Yahshua Barakatah. Yajimata. Sar. Face the sisters. You gotta tell the sister Amajim. We'll get a sister one courtesy salute.
We're gonna give it the sisters a courtesy salute.
Same thing. About Shabbat.
Imagine Shabbat.
Imagine.
Imagine.
All right. Yeah, small Baba Shimmy out shot. Tongue.
So,
Sorry.
so,
Class dismissed.
class dismissed.